Biggest mistakes in hockey history. Back in 1998, the Nagano Winter Olympics became legendary as the first tournament to feature NHL stars, with a heavily favored Team Canada Dream Team boasting icons like Patrick and Eric Lindros cruising into the semifinals against the Czech Republic. But they ran into a brick wall named Dominik Hasek. He turned the game into a defensive war that ended in a 1-1 tie, forcing a do-or-die shootout after overtime solved nothing. But this is where coach Mark Crawford made a decision that fans still argue about today regarding who he picked to beat the best goalie on earth. You see, alongside offensive stars like Theoren Fleury, Joe Nieuwendyk, Eric Lindros, and Brendan Shanahan, he surprisingly selected defenseman Ray Bourque, justifying the choice simply because Bourque was good at hitting styrofoam plates in all-star skills competitions. But that strategy backfired completely. Dominik Hasek shut down the Canadians 1-1, and because Canada failed to score on all 5 attempts, they were sent to the bronze medal match, which they ultimately lost. But the real tragedy wasn't the players who missed, it was the guy who wasn't allowed to try. Coach Crawford left Wayne Gretzky, the greatest scorer in the history of the sport, sitting on the bench, forcing the Great One to watch the entire shootout from the sidelines without ever getting the chance to save his country in his final Olympics, meaning the greatest player to ever play the game finished his career without ever winning an Olympic medal.